Alright, y'all, so as you can see, I left 3 empty for you all so I could show you what to do. This now is not any fungus or anything. That's actually a blood clot because she smashed her finger in a door. Shockingly, the nail didn't break. But I pre-prepped them, meaning I lightly filed them. I used a 100 grit file. You want to lightly buff the nails. I wiped them off with some acetone instead of alcohol. I feel like the acetone is a little stronger. So now I'm going to explain to you what else I did. So with the tips, her other hand is already full of tips. But with tips, I lined them up in order. That way I know what nail goes on what finger. I also drop tips all the time.
She also have her nails done too.
I'm going to put these on. I do want to say this though. I do recheck the size to make certain I'm putting the tip on the right area. But I always line mine up from either pinky down. Actually, yeah, pinky down, because I always start pinky and then go that way while I'm placing the tips. So right now, the nail really fits the finger from side to side because, yeah, you don't want to leave it empty. Some people believe that when you put tips on and then add the acrylic, that nail shrinks, and it's not true. You see, I put that much of glue on it.
You don't need a lot.
Yeah. If you ever get overspill, I actually wipe it with a paper towel and clean it right up. You don't want to leave any holes. You see how there's not one air bubble in there? Then I wipe up the excess glue that I accidentally dropped.
Do you want to keep repeating that step?
Yes, you
with
do.
The same nail?
Not the same nail, but the same process.
Yes.
It's so strange recording, doing this because, you know how when I do mine, I can't have my hands low. They have to be high.
Yeah. So this is what it's starting to look like. Please don't mind this finger. Look at that ring though.
Oh, and these tips are store-bought because the night that I wanted to record, I didn't have all my supplies. So I went to the store and bought these tips. I'm not crazy about store-bought tips, but I was going to get it done.
So you gotta do what you gotta do.
Exactly. And there's some people who is too bougie to go to the store to buy stuff like this. It works the same way. Well, I don't know about the acrylic liquid, aka monomer, but same thing on the next nail. If your nail don't fit and you don't have one that actually fits you, let's say if it's too big.
Because we will do it like this too.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And this rag under here is my acrylic rag. I went and bought some because I like the terry cloth on these. It's thicker than a paper towel. I do still use a paper towel. But I love how rough this is because it cleans my brush very well.
So this is how it's looking.
Okay, I have an electric drill. This is my electric drill. Okay. My video is honestly geared towards people who are beginners and want to learn with something simple. So I want to use as much regular stuff as possible instead of ordering things. So the drill thing, I'm kind of cheating. Oh, this nail's crooked. I guess I'll be removing it with some acetone. But okay.
What technical difficulties?
Alright, now see, I have a coarser bit on here too. You don't want to do that if you're a beginner. I have softer bits for it, but you want to only blend the tip with the natural nail. You don't want to go crazy filing. You also want to be careful with coarser bits because it could cut your finger really bad. I have it on low. And people tilt when you go to get your nails done. They tilt into your cuticle. That's why y'all end up with divots. We don't have those divots because I don't play them games. I forgot to also tell y'all, I roughen up the entire tip because I want it to be equal. I know, right?
It's a dreaminess.
We love the dust from filing. We hate the feeling of filing, but we love the dust. Yes, we're weirdos.
Well, that file doesn't really feel weird, like the regular ones. How are you going to braid with long nails?
The same way I always braid.
I mean, like for beginners.
And these are not long. Beginners should start with shorter nails. They need to be able to get used to having nails on. I don't know what it was with me, but when I first started, I always did my nails long as hell. And no, I'm not leaving her nails as long. Ignore this now. No, go ahead.
I like these this long. It's nice and it fits me.
Oh, I forgot to also add, when you're doing this, a part of the prepping is to push the cuticles back, which we did all of that ahead of time. Alright, what I'm going to do next is, what shape did we say your nails?
I think we should do an almond.
Your thumb is an almond.
Oh, then square.
I'll give you ballerina because you like the ballerina.
Yeah.
When you have the curved clippers, be careful when cutting them because you could cut them uneven. You could always recover by filing, but I'm going to use a 180 grit on this finger. Pull the sides down as well. Just in case glue, I forgot, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Just in case glue got on the sides. But I do the shaping before I do the acrylic. we're doing a ballerina shape. So I go in at a curve. Not a curve, but angle to bring the sides in for that shape of nail. I hate how I hold hands while I'm doing this because I feel bad recording. But we hate the feeling of the file, so I always hold our tips when filing. That way it's not flopping everywhere. Like this right here bothers us.
Really bad.
So now I'm going to shape the tip again. Now I'm really big on like it being straight. Like I'm really big on that. I want the shape to be what it's supposed to be. And I make certain that the points are sharp. Obviously, I'll take it down some. Oh, and if you don't have an electric drill, you can take a 180 grit to blend the tip in. I always lose my words while I'm talking.
Okay.
Alright, so right here, I have some acrylic powder. I'm not using the regular powder. I'm sorry. But, yeah. I was only out of the liquid, so I went and got the liquid.
Is there any other more colors than that powder?
Oh, yeah.
What colors are there? Well, that you have.
I have all the colors. But, again, this is for beginners for me. I don't necessarily. I use acetone to clean my brush while I'm doing the nails. And I also, I almost poured that shit in there. And I also use my monomer. This is a size 8 acrylic brush. Alright, I'm going to dehydrate her nail. You really want to make certain that, make sure you do the entire natural nail.
Are you able to do the real, like the nail, the tip?
You mean prime it? I mean, I don't know. Some people think you can. But anyway, when I do my acrylic and I'm very first starting, I'll dip this into the acetone. Okay? Then I'll drag it along my handy dandy
Acrylic rag.
Yep. I do it again, even though I do this when I am done with my nails, but I also do it before starting because I want to make certain that there's no old product in there.
Then she uses the towel to clean it up.
Yep, to dry out the
Acetone.
Yep, look at you knowing. Then I use my monomer. Now we gotta be careful not to knock this over, okay?
Okay. So that's the monomer.
Yep. Okay, now again I use my monomer. And I also like to put monomer on the fingernail before even starting. I don't know why. I feel like it sticks more.
The coldness makes my finger feel so good.
Now, I drag my brush into my acrylic.
And make it look like a bead.
Well, it is a bead.
Yeah.
Now she has tiny fingers, so I do it this way.
The bead dry out before you can spread it, because it wouldn't look right once you're able to fix it.
And I do push it around, and there's times where you'll see me drag my brush downward. And believe me, even though I've been doing nails for years, I still do make nails lumpy at times. Obviously, I file it to fix it, but nails come out lumpy for me at times. Alright, so I clean off my brush. Now, I want a smaller bead. I did that on one bead.
She's going to go in with the monomer again.
Yep, and I'm going to get a small bead this time. And that's another thing you all should do, is practice picking up your beads first. I also clean up around it.
You can also use those Q-tips.
No, you can't.
Are you able to use that for nail polish?
Yeah. Alright, now I clean my brush off, especially because I'm about to show you all how to file and stuff.
This is the nail and how it's looking.
Again, I'll dip it into my acetone and clean it off.
So there's no extra acetone in the brush left.
Yeah, no dried up acrylic.
Because if there is, it's going to come out lumpy.
And you don't want to have old product in your brush.
Yes.
But I also would normally put monomer on it to close it out and put it into a fan and literally lay it down so no old product builds up in here, because it ruins your fresh monomer and your acrylic. So now I'm going to show you all how to file if you don't have an electric file. I'm going to do both for you. Oh, it's not dry yet. Alright, so now, you hear that sound?
That's the noise you want to hear.
Okay, she spoke for me. So again, I'm going to show you how to use a 180 grit on the nail if you don't have a electric file. So you want to go into the sides. Again, you want to go into the sides. I also clean up the bottom at the same time. I also still hold the nail because I don't like the feeling of filing. So, and my daughter's the same way. But anyway, now I go across the top again to continue to fix the shape. I want it back into its original shape in case I didn't do that. Alright, now with the 180 grit, like I said, if you don't have an electric file, I started the cuticles.
You work your way up.
Yep. Alright, you want to work your way up. Damn, I almost forgot that I'm going to show them with the drill too. Alright, I'm going to move to my drill so you all can see it. Wait, did I put the heavier grit? Nope. I put a heavier grit on here. I turn my file up some. But you still want to be extremely careful. You're moving that camera so much. Oh, and you don't want to keep the file on the finger long because it will start to burn. You gotta remember this is friction. I do it in little jolts. If you're a beginner with the file, you could do it like this. So you're not hitting the skin. And this to be extra careful. I look down the bridge to make certain that the apex is right. Because you want it to be curved that way. So again, I still hold the sides.
Look at all that dust.
I could bring in the side some more with this. Softer file. Now you buff.
What does the buffer help with?
It takes all the sharp ridges down from the nail. Like when you use a strong file, it's going to have like these cuts in the acrylic. So you always want to buff it down. Now it's sharp in these corners, so I just put the buffer underneath. And this is the nail for now, the acrylic. We'll be back when it's time to paint. See you in a second.